A girl of 3 years, when she became about your age, class 12th, she asked her father, "Father, did I ever make you cry? क्या मैंने अपनी जिंदगी में कभी आपको रुलाया है?" The father, he thought for a moment. He said, "Beta, yes. The time you are 3 years old, to see what you will become in life, I kept in front of you a pen, a rupee, and a toy. And I'd asked you to pick one of them. So I thought if you would pick a pen, you will become a scholar, an educationist. If you pick a rupee, you'll become a businessman. And if you become a toy, you would be inclined to go for sports." So you came in front, stood there, looked at all the three things, took your time, and you pushed everything aside and came into my arms. I never knew I would be your choice. So dear children, are the parents still your choice? That's a thing to ponder over, that I would believe in this thing, that your parents should be your first choice in life. And you should count yourself lucky as students, because your parents could afford good education in modern school. Be thankful to your parents. Whatever you learned in this institution, take it forward to become a person of value and contribute to the well-being of your family, of the society, and our beloved country. I tell you one thing, parents, they don't need your financial assistance. Parents don't need your financial help. All they need is your presence with them and your happiness. Marks, according to me, are not a benchmark of your caliber and talent. You work on your talents, dream big, and work hard to achieve it. Some boy said before, the school days are the best. I say, school days are the best vacation time in a man's life, because you make memories here, and you should cherish those memories throughout your life. Dear parents, my staff members, children of class 12, members of student council, and class 11 students, I would want you to clear your mind of everything. This is a weekend. Don't think about what you are going to do after you go from here. Whatever plans you have, whatever worries you have, whatever business tension is in your head, just forget about everything. Look into my eyes today. Just forget everything. Connect with me as for the last time I speak to you from my heart. 15 years ago, when I saw you, parents, you were young, but time has matured you. That time you had kids in your lap who were crying when you came for admission in nursery LKG. The fathers that time looked handsome, and the mothers looked beautiful. Now look near you, look beside you. You will find yourself again in your son or your daughter. Same looks, same traits, but better. Better because they are modernites, and I'm proud of them. 15 years ago, You handed them to me as 3 years old. And we are proud today to hand over back to you 15, 16, 17 years old, beautiful girls and handsome boys. Dear children, family is your greatest asset. Give time to your family. I remember the lines of Mother Teresa. She said, take care of your children, for they have a long way to go. And she also said, take care of the old, for they have come a long way. The comfort of your family, the safety and security of your school, you all would be leaving and would embark on a journey on untrusted roads where you have to make your own judgments, and your judgment would matter. I would like to share a very important thought with you. I hope you would remember it throughout your life, and I always share this thought in my farewell speech. I read about Eskimos, how Eskimos hunt wolves. They take a razor-sharp knife, dip it in blood, and freeze it. They bury the handle of the knife in the ice. The wolves are attracted by the scent of the blood, and they lick the blade of the knife. The cold weather numbs the wolf's tongue. The wolf is unaware that he is licking a sharp edge. As he begins to lick, he begins to bleed. As he licks faster, he starts licking his own blood fast. And by licking his own blood, ultimately, he bleeds to death. Dear children, this is the way the youth of our nation are lured into drugs and alcohol. In the beginning, it makes the person feel good and they enjoy that feeling. But later they start losing the sense of perception and indulge it in more and more. Everything in life has a time, dear children. But drugs, say no to drugs. Wherever you go, remember the story how Eskimos hunt wolves. Your parents trust you a lot, but do not break their trust in this matter. Don't let them cry in their sleep, but only bring happiness and joy by your action and deeds. I hope the modernites of this batch are listening to me carefully, and they will never fall into the trap like the wolves. It is said that if you smoke for years, nothing will happen to you. Do you think smoking kills? Do you know that amount of people in the world, 3 times the people die because of diabetes than smoking? And everybody says smoking kills, but I say diabetes kills more people, 3 times more people. And if I eat a Cadbury, I am diabetic, my children, they won't say anything. But leading cause of death is not smoking or diabetes. It is in your DNA that you die. So this is an argument I made from my imagination and spoke to a group of my friends. 5 of them believed me and 2 started smoking. Right. Words, when said and articulated in the right manner, can change someone's life. You have the power in your parents to bring someone back from the slums of life, and you can make a successful person out of him. Or by your speech, by your talk, you can destroy someone's happiness using these words. A simple choice of words can make a difference between someone accepting or denying your message. You know, why the world does not care about global warming? It could kill all of us one day. And suppose you are at home and you are flipping your TV and you come across a scientist on the TV who is with a lot of charts and has no energy, and he's telling about global warming, that the ozone level is alarming, climate change, etc., etc. The message never gets across. It's only when you are a role model and people know you, like you people know me, the message I give you will go across to you. So words have the power. Words are power, and you have that power in you to change the life of your children. I give you an example of the same point. There's a boy, as Suryavanshi said, that he idolizes his father. So there was a boy who idolized his father. But his father was of that kind of a person who was not easy to please. Year after year, this boy tried his best to please his father. But his father would say, okay, theek hai, theek hai, theek hai. This boy went to the college first year. He worked very hard. His only dream was to please his father. And in first year, he got straight A's. He said, now my father would be pleased because I got straight A's. He rang up his father. He called, Dad, I got straight A's. Are you proud now? Come on, father, tell me you are proud of your son now. The father said, listen, son, I'll call you later, I'm busy. I'm busy was the single word. I'm busy was the single sentence that broke the camel's back. He started drinking. He started doing drugs. He started mixing with wrong people. And he said, if one person I care about in my life, he doesn't care for me, why should I care? So one evening, his father received a call from the emergency room of the hospital that your son is dying of overdose of drugs. That boy was on the hospital bed. He was connected to machines. They were going beep, beep, beep. And they went beep. The doctors tried, but could not save him. It is clear the single word could have saved his life if he would have got the appreciation for his hard work, if he had got the encouragement from his father, his life would have been saved. So dear parents, let that be our goal. Speak wisely to your children. Love them, appreciate them, be caring for them. One word of yours can change a life. आप तालियां बहुत कम बजाते हैं. अच्छा लगता है. Till now you are sailing in smooth waters under the guidance of your parents and teachers, we navigated you through all kinds of situations. The word here to understand is navigate, right? There may be rough waters ahead if you don't navigate yourself well enough. If you don't navigate properly, the ship can sink. I give you an example. In 1911, two groups of explorers set the same goal. They decided on one goal to reach the South Pole and be the first person in the world to reach the South Pole. One group was led by Emerson. He was a Norwegian. Before he took off, Emerson had planned painstakingly his trip. He decided that his best course of action would be to transport all his equipment and supplies by dog sledge. You know, when you follow somebody, he is the leader, and the leader should effectively navigate his team. Right? Leaders have vision. They see the whole trip in their minds before they leave the dock. They have vision for getting to the destination. After you leave school or KOTA, you should understand my words carefully, as they would help you to navigate better. We have example of James Cameron movie in 1997, Titanic, which most of you must have seen. The crew could not see far enough ahead to avoid the iceberg altogether. They could not change the course once the object was in view because of the size of ship. The result was more than 1,000 people lost their life. Emerson thought of all details. Supplies were sufficient. He equipped his people with the best gear. They would travel about 15 to 20 miles in 6-hour duration, and then everybody would rest, men as well as the dogs. And all his planning and navigation paid off, and he reached South Pole. The other team was led by a Britisher, Robert Scott. He used motorized sledges and ponies to carry his supplies. But the sledges, which were motorized, they gave way in 5 days, and the animals could not get used to the climate, so he had to kill all the poor animals. Result was that because the ponies were killed, all the load came on the men. So after covering 800 miles in 10 weeks, they finally reached the South Pole on January 17, 1912. But the flag of Emerson was already flying there. They were beaten by 1 month. And while returning, they were so tired that 150 kilometers before the base camp, all of them died. My story ends here. And it's a lesson for you. Be a navigator of your future like Emerson, not like Robert Scott. Set your destination, plan accordingly, have your dreams, navigate your journey. I know you can make a difference. You can become on the way a good human being and caring towards your family. Last point. I love this story, and I think after 4 years, I'm using it for your benefit. If I had given a chance, I would speak every day to my parents and children. There was a father and a son. They used to live in a suburb. The son lost his mother early. All he had was his father. The boy was skinny, he was low-built and frail. But he loved to play football. His only dream was to play football in his life. And for that, He would practice in the morning, he would practice in the evening, and his father was always present there, sitting in the stand, and his son used to play. The father used to cheer everyone playing. He used to clap for them. Though his son was not playing, he was just practicing, he used to clap, he used to cheer all of you, which I always tell my parents to clap, to cheer their children always. So this boy practiced daily, morning and evening, but his game was not good and he could never make the school team. And whenever they had matches, the father was there in the stand. The son was always on the bench. The others were playing, but the father cheered for the team. And son was also that type that sitting on the bench, he would cheer for his team. He would throw advices to his team, कि ball को ऐसे लेके जाओ, ऐसे लेके जाओ. He was a team man. And because he was a team man, he was always kept in the team. Throughout his schooling days, he never played a game for the school team. But his father was always there. So from school he went to the college, and because of his quality of a teamwork, team man, always for the team, he was surprisingly taken in the college team also. And there again the same thing happened. The father would come from the suburb to the city. He used to watch all the matches and used to cheer the team always. First year, second year, third year passed. In third year, the college team entered a tournament and they reached the semi-finals, luckily. Before the semi-finals, the boy came to the coach. He had a telegram in his hand. He said, "Coach, I have a telegram. If you allow me, and if the team does not require me, my father is sick. I would like to go and see my father who is sick." The coach thought for a moment. Look at this boy. I don't need him, I never needed him in the team. But then too he's saying, if the team does not require me, kindly allow. He said, might as well allow him, let him look at his father. So the boy went to look for his father. The team reached the finals. And in the halftime, they were losing by 2 points, 2 goals. The players were dejected. The coach was dejected. In walks this boy in the locker. He changed his clothes into the sports gear. And he came to the coach. He requested the coach, first time in his life, "Coach, today I want to play. Please allow me to play, coach. I want to play today." The coach thought for a moment. Team is losing. The other team is very strong. As it is, we are not going to win. And this boy was a team man. He was always there to help his friends, everything. So the coach allowed him. So he went and started playing. He played like a man possessed. He dribbled, he passed, he defended. You could assume like he played like Messi or Ronaldo. And he helped his team to score 2 goals. And in the dying moments of the game, he dribbled past 1, 2, 3, 4, and he scored the winning goal. The players of his team lifted him on his shoulders. There was cheers all around. Everybody was cheering. The crowd, dhime settled. The coach was looking for this boy. Where is that boy? Though he found on a cornerstone, he was sitting on a stone with his head down. The coach told him, my God, you played like you never played in your life, and it was not expected of you to play this level. The boy lifted his eyes. He had tears in his eyes. He said, Coach, my father expired today. And I thought you needed me, that's why I came. And you know, Coach, my father always wanted to see me play. My father always wanted to see me play. And he was a noble man, Coach. And I believe that after his death, he's sitting with God and he's watching me play today. And Coach, one thing you don't know, my father was blind. But today with God, he can see me play. And today, Coach, I was playing for him because I love my father too much. My father loved me like anything. I love my father like anything. That is the love I want the modernites to give to their parents. And that is the devotion I want from parents, to be there when your child is studying or playing or doing what. That's why I told you the story. I don't want these children of modern school, I don't want to make them CEOs or IITians or doctors or IAS, etc. I just want them to be caring children who are there for their parents. Remember that boy, he played for his father because he believed his father was seeing his son for the first time. Have that love between you and your kids. In the end, I would like to tell you that once a modernite is always a modernite. Once a modernite is always a modernite. Brijesh Sharma spoke about it, about what is a modernite and what is expected of you after, say, 20, 30, 40 years. What do we want in return from you? Yes, we want in return that if you see my teachers after 30, 40 years, when they will be old and feeble, if you see my teacher crossing a road, I would want one hand to come and help her, and that hand should be of a modernite. If my teacher is struggling on the railway station with her luggage, the feeble teacher trying to pick her luggage, I want one hand to come, and that hand has to be of a modernite. That's what I want. That's what I want in return. And when I die, I want a tear in the eyes of a modernite, wherever he is in the world. Should have a tear in his eye and think just one thing. Yes, there was one DEEPAK Singh who made a difference in their life. Thank you, parents. Thank you so much.